in Queensland, and I'm excited to be back crafting with you again today. I apologize for not jumping on live yesterday. Things just happened and I didn't end up jumping on live. So I do apologize. I know I did promise that I would be on live and I didn't do it. So there's nothing else that I can say other than that I had family and friends and it just didn't happen. So I do apologize for not jumping on like I promised, but I'm here again today. So it is what it is. Sometimes life just throws you those curveballs. So I'm super excited to be crafting with you again today. Now, for today's crafting session, I am going to offer my free class with $100 order or more. The only problem is I can only make one of each in a kit, one of each cards that I do today, because I don't have enough supplies to be able to make double of the cards. But if you place a $100 order or more using my August host code, you will get a free card kit to recreate the cards that I make today. And I will promise that I will do some die cutting for you in this one, because you won't be able to get your hands on the products right now unless you pop them in a starter kit. So my gift to you is that I will do all the die cutting. All you will need to do is be able to stamp. So and the majority of this is you can replace them with sentiments that you have in some of your craft stash. I'm sure you would have some. So hello and welcome. Yes, I do have my helper with me. I decided to give him a chair of his own so he could sit there and he could enjoy the crafting. And as soon as I came in here, he climbed up on that chair, but he was right over the other side of the room. And I thought, you know what? You can come over here. So say hello to everyone, Theo. Say hello. So I do have my, oops, and now he's chewing on my hand. So thank you for that. So hello from sunny, cool Perth. Well, welcome, Lynn. I didn't even know you were going on a holiday to Perth. So there you go. So yes, he is a beautiful helper. Theo is my partner in crime. So he's normally with me anytime I'm crafting. So and he likes to hang out in the craft room. Sometimes when I'm not actually working, you think, where are you? And you find him in the craft room. So I think he thinks this is the place that she always hangs out. So I'm going to, yeah, definitely hang out. What is the deal with crumb cake cardstock? I am not sure, Doris. Is it maybe it's on let me see, maybe it's on low inventory, maybe it's on not orderable at the moment. Let me see if I can check to maybe answer your question. If I can sign in here. Okay, let me see. I will double check. So obviously you went to order it and you have an issue with ordering. So I'm just going to inventory status report. Let me see, because that could be something that I need to know. Not orderable. Oh, catalogs aren't orderable at the moment. Low inventory. There is absolutely nothing wrong with crumb cake cardstock, so you should be able to get it, Doris. So I'm not sure. No, it should be in stock. It says it is. It's not on the low inventory. Anyway, so I'm going to be crafting with you today. So I've got some exciting news too. There's a couple of things that I've got going on with my Stamping Up business. One is my sweet card extravaganza, which I am partnering up with the talented Kayla McCauley. And Kayla and I have decided that we're going to bring you a stamp camp each month. Now, that stamp camp can be attended in person. For me, it's going to be in person in September, not for Kayla, but I think in October she will be doing hers in person in Tasmania. I do mine in person here. So on the 27th, I think it is, of September, I will be holding a stamp camp. It'll be my first stamp camp that I've held. So it's like a one-day retreat. So if you're interested in participating in that, I actually have the link to register in the show more box down below. Now, if you aren't local and you think I still want to get in on the act, then you can definitely get in on the act, because we are actually going to do recorded videos and a PDF tutorial showing you step by step how to make 8 projects. Now, our first cab off the rank is going to be the All About Autumn suite that we're doing. So we're going to be concentrating on a suite each month. So I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about how it's going to work. So it's going to cost $90. I'm getting confused with the two things I've got going on. $90, and for that $90, you're going to get a full pack of the designer series paper. You're going to get a roll of ribbon. You're going to get a full pack of the embellishments that go with that suite. You will also get a full pack of 12 by 12 mixed cardstock, and we will choose which mixed cardstock is going to go with it. And you will get a pack of envelopes as well, along with video tutorials of the 8 projects and a PDF tutorial of the 8 projects showing you all of the measurements and cutting instructions and everything. Now, I'm going to hold it in person and online. So depending on where you are is whether it may interest you, but it will be $90. It's going to be at a flat fee of $90 every month, and we are going to concentrate on a different suite every month. Now, if you already own the suite of products that we're getting, then you can always swap out the designer series paper and the ribbon and the embellishments for something else that's current in our catalog to the same value. So if you want to participate in the class, in the stamp camp, then the fee covers the $90 for the designer series paper, ribbon, embellishments, cardstock, and envelopes. Okay, so it's a really, really fun thing if you struggle with design, and I'm telling you, Kayla is so talented. So you will definitely not be disappointed with her 4 projects. I can tell you it's going to be out of this world, and it's really good to get 2 different aspects of crafting. So my crafting and her crafting mixed together. So I think it will be a very, very good mix. The other exciting thing that I have to announce is that Rose Ward and myself are partnering back together again for our September craft global party. So it's a global craft party that even if you live outside of the US or outside of Australia, you can actually participate in the online section only. But we are actually getting together and we're going to showcase, and it's on the 24th of September. And we are going to showcase as many things as we possibly can out of the brand new mini catalogue. Now, for that, you are going to pay $75, and for that $75 you will get a goodie bag to the value of $65 sent to your door, and they will be products that you'll be able to craft along with if you like, or you'll be able to create your own projects. But it's just going to be a fun, crafty day. So Rose will do 3 videos. I will do 3 videos. We will have games, challenges, giveaways, and it will be a super awesome, fun day. The registration is in the show more box down below on YouTube, and it's also in the description of this video, and it is called our September Global Craft Party. So if you're interested in that, it costs $75 here in Australia. It will cost $50 in the US, and it will cost $30 Australian if you wish to view it from outside of the US or Australia. You can actually get the international option as well. So it will be a fun event as well. So that's about all that I think I have that I want to chat with you about. And let's get to crafting, because that's what we're here for, isn't it? So I've decided that I'm going to create using the gorgeous Night Devine bundle today. So I've got the gorgeous paper. The Night Devine stamp set is a gorgeous sentiment stamp set. Now, if you're into beautiful religious type of cards, the gorgeous nativity scene, you are absolutely going to love this set. I am telling you, it has the beautiful dies that go with it. So you can see we've got the gorgeous nativity scene. We've got Mary and Joseph. We've got the shepherds, that's what they're called, I think, and the camel, the cow, the horse, and the little, we've got little Jesus in a manger there. So this is absolutely a gorgeous set, and the paper is divine, exactly what it says, Night Divine. This bundle is absolutely divine. So first of all, I'm going to showcase some of this paper today, because this and the Night Divine bundle, because they are just absolutely stunning. But I want to do a quick easy card first, because I always like to show how you can do some good, easy, simple crafting. Now, if you don't have your hands on one of these catalogs, I have catalogs. I haven't sent them out yet. So if you are waiting on a catalog, I am going to get to that job either at the end of this week or early next week. So I will try and endeavor to get them out. The post office was closed today, so there was no point me trying to get in and get the supplies to be able to do it. So this is the gorgeous mini catalog. If you don't have a demonstrator that you've been working with and you would absolutely love to get your hands on one of these catalogs, then by all means, I'm actually going to pop the link in the comments for you. By all means, fill in the form and submit this form. Let me just get that. Submit this form, and you will go on to my mailing list, and I would be more than happy to pop a complimentary catalog in the post for you. So I've just typed it there into the comments. So if you're interested in getting your hands on a mini catalog, please feel free to reach out to me. I would be more than happy to send you a gorgeous mini catalog. All right, so let's start off with a really easy card that I wanted to make this afternoon. So I'm going to use some of this gorgeous ribbon that we have. So it's the Night of Navy ribbon. Now, you all know I don't have any Night of Navy cardstock because I ran out of the Night of Navy cardstock. So I have to work with blacks and creams this afternoon until my Night of Navy cardstock comes in. So I've got a cream card base, so a very vanilla card base, and it's in our very vanilla thick, and I'm just going to crease that and burnish it with my bone folder. Okay, so I decided that I wanted to just show you how you can showcase some of this gorgeous designer series paper that we have. So this is the specialty paper that comes in this suite, and it is absolutely gorgeous. You get 3 patterns in the Night of Navy, and you get 3 patterns in the very vanilla. So I wanted to show you how we could create a really, really easy card with this. Now, I have used the deckled rectangles, and I've used the deckled rectangles on everything that I am doing this afternoon. Now, I have to let you in on a secret. We have, hey, Rebecca, nice to catch you live. You home from work for a change. So we actually have deckled circles. Now, I was waiting for my order, and of course, it's a public holiday here for us in Queensland, or for me here in the Scenic Rim. So I was waiting for my order to arrive, which I was hoping to have the deckled circles to be able to show you. But of course, that's obviously going to come tomorrow. So you'll have to tune in for tomorrow's video, because it will be super, super fun as well. All right, so I'm going to use the embossing folder that we used the other day. So this is what they call a hybrid embossing folder, and you can actually cut out the stars. But I actually want to just emboss this very vanilla layer with the stars, just to create a little bit of a pattern on that layer that's underneath. You're not going to see very much of it, but I just wanted to do that just to add a little bit of texture into the background. So I'm just going to bring in my cut and emboss machine, and we're going to use plate number 1, and we're also going to use our grey number 4 plate. Now, when you purchase a cut and emboss machine, you actually get all of these plates. So when it comes to the combination, if you look on here, it will actually tell you the combination of what you need to use. So for die cutting, it shows you the combination, plate 1, plate 2, and 2 plate 3s. For embossing folders, and it says to put the hinge first. Now, I always say this when you're embossing, to put the hinge first. Now, with normal embossing folders, not the 3D thick ones, you use just the number 1 plate and 2 of our cutting pads, number 3. Now, for the thick ones, which are the 3D ones, which this one is, you use the base plate and the grey plate. Now, if you purchase this embossing folder that is a hybrid embossing folder, and you want to know what the combination is to be able to use your dies. So a hybrid embossing folder means that you can emboss and die cut at the same time. So it actually cuts out the stars, so you can actually do that at the same time. And what you do is you use the same combination as what you would do to actually emboss with the embossing folder. You do that, but you have your dies included in it. Oh, I'm glad you got it, Joan. That's great. I'm glad. All right, so we have that embossed layer. So I'm just doing that just to get some of those gorgeous stars in the background. So isn't that pretty? All right, so let's pop that aside. And then I've got just some strips of this designer series paper. Now, from memory, they are, I need to measure them, they are 1.5 inches by 3 1/4. So 1.5 inches by 3 1/4. Now I use them because they were just the side strips off what I punched the other day. So I thought instead of using anything out of the ordinary, I'm just going to use these. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to pop them in arrangement just like that. Okay. So you've got a gorgeous arrangement of that designer series paper. Now it showcases the paper, but it's a really simple, easy, quick design to do. So I'm just going to grab my Seal Plus and I'm going to take the first one. Now, as you can see, it does cover up some of that embossed layer, but that's totally okay. I'm fine about that because it doesn't really bother me. I just wanted a little bit of texture to show in behind. So we've got 1, 2, and just a simple strip of glue, 3, and that one makes 4. Okay, really simple, really easy. Then I've got this gorgeous deckled rectangle that I thought I will use that rectangle, but of course, you know me with the ribbon. Thanks for sharing, Doris. So we need to put some ribbon on behind. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to use some of this gorgeous ribbon. I'm just going to add a little bit of Seal Plus there and a little bit there. Be very careful once you've embossed your layer, because if you use your Seal Plus on an embossed layer, it can tend to tear the cardstock, and you don't want to do that. So you've got to be very, very light-handed with it when you actually go to use it on that embossed layer. And then, of course, I'm just going to trim that off, and that's going to be ready to go onto my very vanilla card base. So I'm just going to glue that straight down onto my card base because the ribbon is not actually that thick. So I wanted to keep this card fairly simple and fairly easy. So if you were thinking about making multiple cards, this card, this design might be something that you might think that you want to do for the simple fact that it's easy, it's quick, it uses up scrap cardstock, scrap designer series paper. Now I'm going to stamp the sentiment, the stars are brightly shining. So I'm going to stamp that in our Night of Navy. I reorganized all of my things here on my desk and I reorganized my inks. So I just had to go looking for my Night of Navy because I put it in a different spot. I had my inks and they were right down the bottom. They were very hard to get to. I had to always keep moving things. So I decided that I would move them up so that they were higher up and I didn't have to worry about it. Okay, now I do apologize because my Night of Navy does need re-inking. So it won't be as light, as dark as it should be, but it will do the job. Okay. Oh, and I made a halo because I was too busy worrying about whether it was going to ink up properly. So let's just not press as hard. We've always got two sides of the cardstock. Okay, so the stars are brightly shining. So I'm just going to pop that on top of that. And I'm going to also stamp on the inside. I think I'm just going to do Joy and Peace. And I might incorporate some of the stars out of the Stars at Night. So Stars at Night is the other stamp set that comes in this whole suite. So I'm just going to say Joy and Peace. And then I'm just going to grab my favorite star stamp in this one, which is there. I love, love, love stars. Okay, so let's do that. And I'm going to grab some crumb cake. So crumb cake is a great alternative, as I've said before. And I think that's all I'm going to do. Organization equals I can't find a thing, but it looks pretty. Exactly. So true, so true. All right, so let's glue that to the inside. With a bit of liquid glue. Okay. So like that. Just like that. And then, of course, this one we will pop up onto some dimensionals. So you can see my boo-boo on the back there. But we will grab some dimensionals. And we will stick that on. And I think I'm actually going to put it at a little bit of an angle like that. And then, of course, we will do a bow. Now, if you want the glitter to shine on both sides of your ribbon and having your tails the right way, because when you actually do a bow, when you pop it through, you'll find that it turns the other way. Oh, and the glitter comes off this. Okay, so someone asked me the other day, does it come off? Yes, it does. There's an answer to it. I didn't think it come off that much, but it just did then when I was tying my bow. So I'm going to have a gorgeous glittery, I think I'll do it there. I'm going to have a gorgeous glittery desk. Okay, so let's pop a little bit of Steel Plus on there, and we'll pop that in there like that. And of course, we do have some of those gorgeous gold star embellishments. They're called adhesive backed star trinkets. And I think we will just pop one little one just down there. Like that. What do you think? Now, was that quick and easy? Totally quick and easy, but a gorgeous, gorgeous card. Look at that. Okay? That, and then on the inside with your sentiments. Hey, Susan. Okay, so card number 1, done. So give me the thumbs up if you think that was really, really pretty. Now I'm going to move on to something a little bit more sophisticated and a little bit more stepped up. Okay, so now I've got the gorgeous paper from this suite, and I've gone ahead and I've cut a few things out. So I've got a crumb cake card base. So I'm just going to fold that crumb cake card base over, burnish with my bone folder. Okay, so then I've actually picked out some of this gorgeous designer series paper. So it reminds you of beautiful sand dunes, the desert. It absolutely looks stunning. So I decided to layer that piece up onto a piece of basic black. So I'm just going to add that to the basic black. Now this one, even though it's stepped up a little bit more, and I'm going to do a little bit more as far as the sentiment and things, but it is still a pretty simple card, but yet it's going to look stunning. I am telling you, this suite is absolutely gorgeous. So that's going to go on there like that. Now I've gone ahead of time and I've actually cut out some of the gorgeous little animals. So we've got a camel. So I'm going to pop a camel on there. We have the horse. We have the little cow. And we also have the little sheep there. Okay, or lamb. So I think they look absolutely gorgeous as a silhouette. So I just straight away, as soon as I seen it, I thought I want to do a gorgeous silhouette scene. So then I thought what would be really, really striking would be to have a gorgeous gold sentiment on there. Okay, so I decided that I would get a piece of basic black done with my deckled rectangles once again. And we're going to do a little bit of heat embossing today. So I'm going to use my embossing buddy. And the reason that I use the embossing buddy is to make sure that there is no oils or anything on my cardstock that my embossing powder is going to stick to that I don't want it to stick to. Now I'm going to use my Embossing Essentials toolkit. Now this toolkit is worth its weight in gold. You get an embossing buddy with it, you get tweezers, you get the brush to brush off anything that you don't need, and I've used the gold embossing powder. Now you can buy the embossing powders in what they call a metallic embossing set, and you get, I think it's gold, silver, and I don't know, maybe copper. It's been a while since I bought them, so I'm not quite sure. But they are absolutely gorgeous. And I'm telling you, for Christmas crafting, you definitely want to get the metallics embossing powders. All right. So I'm going to stamp "The Lord is my shepherd" onto that black piece, and I'm going to do that with gold embossing. So I'm going to ink up with Versamark ink. I'm going to stamp down. Wow, can I see that on that? Actually, to tell you the truth, I'm going to use this so I can see better. I'm going to stamp down onto that deckled rectangle. Okay. I'm going to use my tweezers to pick it up. And then, of course, I just pop it into my tray and I sprinkle my gold embossing on it. Okay. Now, because I've used that embossing buddy, it has saved that embossing powder from sticking anywhere where we don't want it to stick to. Now, these tweezers are fantastic so that you don't end up burning your fingers, which is something that can happen quite easily when you're embossing. So the tweezers come in very handy for that. So then we have, I'm going to pop my lid on my embossing powder. Then we have our heat tool. I'm just going to heat the heat tool up, and we are going to emboss that sentiment layer. Now, if you haven't seen embossing before, you are going to be in for a treat, because I never tire from seeing it take that gold on. You wait until you see it on black. This is the best to see embossing on black. Look at this. It's like magic. Pure magic. There we go. All right. So we have our sentiment embossed. Now I'm going to, I'm thinking, see, look, isn't it just coming together so pretty? So what I decided to do was, on the inside, I've actually got this gorgeous designer series paper here that is part of this. So it's like the top of this. So I'm actually going to adhere that. And then I've done another deckled rectangle in our crumb cake to go over the top. So this is just going to give us a border all the way around. Now, just remember, this is my free online class for the week. So if you place an order for $100 or more, I will actually send you a card kit to make the 3 cards that we're making here today for free. If you place a $150 order or more, you will also get a free embellishment thrown in as well. Okay, so we have that glued to that for the insert. Then I decided that I wanted to stamp a sentiment in the middle here. So I thought I would do, that was this one here. The stars are brightly shining. So I thought I'd do that, or I could do glory to God in the highest. What do you think? Do we do glory to God in the highest inside, or do we do the stars are brightly shining? Tell me what we're going to do. Or we could do Oh Holy Night. Tell me what you think the sentiment should be. Glory to God in the highest, Oh Holy Night, or this one here. Let me clean that off. The stars are brightly shining. Okay, Kathleen saying glory to God. Margaret saying glory to God. Doris is saying glory. Okay, looks like we might have a winner. Jenny's saying the same. Okay. All right. I'm happy. Glenda's saying, oh, Holy Night. There always has to be one, doesn't there, Glenda? Just kidding. Okay. Okay, glory to God in the highest has actually won the vote. So let's pop that onto a block. And we'll do the same thing again with our crumb cake. We will grab our embossing buddy and there it is there. Grab our embossing buddy. This is my very first embossing buddy I ever had, and it's still working. It's still got powder left in it. It's still doing the job. Okay, so let's ink that up with our Versamark ink. And we will stamp that right in the middle there. Okay. And then, of course, we're going to take that in our tweezers again. We're going to bring back in our little tray. And if you haven't used Versamark before, it's a sticky, clear ink. So you can get like a watermark look, but you can also use it to be able to... so the brush is really good for if you can see anything that shouldn't be on there, you can use the brush to brush it off. Let's pop that back over there. Okay, let's bring in the heat gun again. Oh, cat put footprints on the card. Well, that could be quite, you could have then embossed it. And it could be a very unique card. And Jenny, that could be a way of doing cards. Putting your personal, your cat's stamp on it. Well, Theodore hasn't left my side. He's still sitting here beside me. He's like, this is where the action's all happening. All right. So we have that. I think that looks gorgeous for the inside. Very classy. I think heat embossing just takes your crafting to a whole new level. It just makes it look very, very classy and gorgeous. All right. So I'm going to use the favorite gold trim. It will go with this card really, really well. So I'm going to use the favorite gold twine or trim, whatever you want to call it. And I think I'm just going to add a little bit of that in behind there. So I'm just going to grab my Seal Plus again. And I'm going to put it on that side there. Because you all know me. Can't have a card without twine or ribbon or a bow or something. But at least this is quite fine and not too obtrusive. Oh, and I did have a strip of designer series paper I was going to do on my card, my first card that I did. And I forgot this cow wants to stay here. He doesn't want to get off there. All right, so we have that. So now let's just pop some glue on the back of our camel and things. And see, these tweezers come in handy for this as well. Look at this. If you don't want to get glue on your fingers, then the tweezers in the embossing additions kit are fantastic for being able to place things on. Okay, so then I think I was going to go the little lamb. Do you ever remember saying that, like being like that um, at school? We used to have a show that um, there was a animal on it that used to say, "Oh, little Lambert." Can't remember what the show was called. I'm probably showing my age now. Okay, I'm gonna do that one sitting there like that. I'm gonna do the horse. I mean, I probably could have had one of the shepherds here too, standing up behind, but I just thought that that was all quite nice. All right, so I think that, and then I'm thinking I will pop that up onto dimensionals. And I can tell you, I think this suite is probably going to be one of the most popular suites in this catalog, because the amount of people that I have had that have talked about it. Okay, so I'm just going to do that like that. And then I'm going to glue this one onto that insert inside the card. Whoops. And see, I shouldn't use Seal Plus. Should just do the liquid glue like I always do. I was going to use Seal Plus, but yeah, it's not pretty, not happy on crumb cake cardstock. I don't know about anyone else, but do you ever find that crumb cake cardstock is quite soft? The fibers of it are soft. This suite's your favorite, Glenda? Yeah, I think it's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And I just put that on there crooked. Ugh. It will have to stay as crooked as it is. It's not too bad. Okay, so we have that. Then I think also to we will glue that to the inside. I actually think some nice stars, even just in crumb cake on that, would look really, really pretty. So we'll pop that to the inside of the card. Make sure we get that one straight. Okay, seeing we've got the stars all inked up, why not add some in there? So as I said, you can earn this kit for free with a $100 order this week. There we go. So we've got some stars happening inside, which I think looks quite pretty. I'll leave the rest because you need a bit of room, but you can write up in the top too. Like, so if you needed room to write in the card, there's a lot of room up the top, a lot of what they call real estate up the top. So we've got that. Then I'm going to pop that up onto some dimensionals and pop it on the front. And I like the fact that in this suite, it's not only got these brown and grayish tones, it's also got the blues as well. So you've got, if you're a blue person, you've got the blues that you can go with. If you're more like the earthy tones, you can go with the earthy toned designer series paper in it as well. So it's got some really good color combinations, I think. And I think that's great. Like, it's not just one or the other. Okay. I thought you would like it, Merlene. Okay, so we're just going to pop that on there like that. Then, of course, is Sue on here? Sue, I need a bow, don't I? Of course I need a bow. I mean, it's me. Like, can never have a card without a bow. Okay. I don't need too big a bow because you don't need it to overpower that gorgeous scene that you've got there. Okay. Oh, I think up the top, I think that will be really pretty. So let's pop some just there. Oh, okay, that could be why that happened, because my Seal Plus is out. That's the wrong one. Let me get the other one. I'll probably keep picking up the wrong one this afternoon. You wait. That one's a new one. There we go. So we'll do that. And then, of course, these gorgeous embellishments that we used. Where did I put them? There they are. A couple of those on the card will look really, really pretty. We'll just do one there. I'm going to run out of these stars pretty quickly, I think. I think I'm just going to do 2. I think that's enough. What do you think? Card number 2. So really wasn't too hard. A little bit of die cutting and a little bit of embossing. But doesn't that embossing just really set it off? Gorgeous. All right, card number 2. Now, card number 3. I want a bit of help with card number 3 because I'm a bit indecisive about some of the things that I want to use on it. So let's get into card number 3. So I'm going to use a black card base and I'll fold that in half. And I just want to say to everybody, thank you so much for following my 12 days of Christmas. I've been overwhelmed by how many people have viewed my videos in the last week. And, you know, it's a pretty mammoth effort to be doing these videos every day. But look at this gorgeous paper. Isn't this stunning? I was like, oh, absolutely stunning. I love the buildings. I love the hills. I love the stars in the background. So I thought that was really, really gorgeous. Now, I would have normally probably layered it up on a Night of Navy layer, but you all know I have no Night of Navy. I just can't believe I have no Night of Navy. But anyway, it is what it is. So I'm just going to layer that up onto a piece of smoky slate, which the smoky slate I thought was quite nice because there's some smoky slate here in the buildings and in those in that sort of foliage down the bottom there. So I thought the smoky slate looked quite nice. And then on a black background, it actually brought it out. So I thought it was quite a good choice there, should I say. All right, so then I've gone ahead and I've cut out a gorgeous nativity scene. So I have Mary and Joseph and the shepherds. And now my dilemma is, do I use a crumb cake camel in the background? I want to stand a camel in here, right? Do I do a crumb cake camel in there? Or do I do a gold camel in there? So type it into the comments. What do you think? I'm going to put a gold star up here. Do you think I should do the gold camel or the crumb cake camel? So what are the votes? You love the DSP, Sue? Yeah, it's gorgeous, isn't it? The 3 wise men. Okay, I keep calling them shepherds. So they're the 3 wise men. Gold, I've got gold, crumb cake, gold. I think gold is going to be the winner. I should stop looking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, gold got 6. Okay, it's going to be gold. Sorry, it's gold. Maybe I could put in the kit a gold one and a crumb cake one, and you can make your own decision. All right, so we're going to go for the gold. So let's grab our camel first. Oops. Grab our camel. We'll put a bit of glue on the back of the camel. Well, smoky slate could have been a good idea, yes, I guess. I just don't have a smoky slate one cut out. Okay, so let's pop that camel right there like that. Okay. So then, but there's only 2 wise men, Rebecca. 2. Isn't it Mary and Joseph and 2 wise men? There should be 3 wise men, but isn't there only 2 in this scene? Sorry. Okay. Let's pop some glue on the back. Oh, I should have glued, hang on, I should glue this on first. Crumb cake would make the gold star stand out more. Well, I'm sorry, but the votes were gold. There was too many votes for gold. So I had to go with gold. And I know, like, Campbell's aren't really gold, but, you know, it's crafting. We're allowed to do whatever we want to do when it comes to crafting. Okay, so let's grab this and let's pop this on over the top. Like so. All right, then we have all that. Whoops. So let's just pop that on there like that. Then, of course, the gold star. I'm going to pop that gold star up. And you know what? I'm not going to put ribbon on it. Is Sue there? I'm not going to put ribbon on it. Can you believe that I'm not going to put ribbon on it? Mark this down on the calendar as a day in history. I'm not going to put a ribbon on it. Oh, I might. You know me. All right. I just want to grab my, where's my little take your pick tool? There it is. Need to grab some little mini dimensionals to go on my star so that I can get my star to pop up really well. So I've put just a large dimensional in the middle of the star, and then I'm just going to pop some little mini ones down, and then the bottom of the star will be able to sit freely, but that will give it enough grounding. It doesn't need ribbon, Glenda. I know you're all going to scream at me if I try to put ribbon on it, aren't you? I mean, not that I can hear you, but I can't get over. I'm actually like, I'm sitting here in my craft room and I'm actually physically thinking about putting the fan on for some cool air. Can you believe it? It is so warm here today. We had a very warm weekend. It actually feels like summer. It doesn't feel like winter anymore. Okay, so let's pop that star up there. Okay. Now, I'm thinking on the inside of using some of the Star Designer Series paper. Now, there's a beautiful verse in here that I think is really, really gorgeous. So I think I'm going to actually emboss that. Theo says no ribbon, Margaret. I'm going to emboss this gorgeous script verse there. So let's grab, will that fit on that block? Nope, we need a bigger block, that big one. Okay, so let's grab our embossing buddy again and pop some embossing powder all on there. So it says, he shall be called Wonderful Counselor, Mighty God, Everlasting Father, Prince of Peace. All right, so let's grab our embossing, our Versamark again, ink up that stamp, pop it down onto that deckled rectangle once again. I could have even done that in black, but I think gold will still give it that classy look. High of 13 today, Rebecca. Yeah, no. It's pretty warm up here, I'm telling you. It's very warm. Definitely, I was out in shorts yesterday. Got the lily white legs out in my shorts. All right, so let's grab our tray again. And we will tip some gold over that. Okay. Beautiful. And we will emboss again. American spelling. Okay. There we have it. Gorgeous. I'm assuming, Merlene, you ordered this bundle? It was probably top on your wish list. Okay. We have that for the inside. Okay. Now I'm going to pop that up on the front with some dimensionals. Okay, the way we spell counselor, I thought that was the word that you were talking about. I know, it's actually quite funny. I mean, the word colour is what gets me. Colour. I mean, C-O-L-O-U-R, not C-O-L-O-R. But anyway, we all have our own little things. The only thing that I was thinking of too, I was listening to one of my friends the other day, and I was thinking about how Americans say pecan. It's pecan. And it sounds very posh, doesn't it? Pecan pie, pecan pie. And, well, we all know about the moody mauve, don't we? Moody mauve. But we all have our quirky little ways and our different spelling of things. Okay. I seriously think I need something on this. I know what I'm going to do. I've got it. I know exactly what I'm going to do. All right, so let's add some glue on the back of that. I really want to put Seal Plus on it, but I don't want it to, I'm going to be very careful. Let me see if I'm very, very careful will it do it. Now, the reason why I want to use Seal Plus, I always find crumb cake cardstock is very soft. The fibers in the crumb cake cardstock, I have no idea why, but it always, if anything's going to tear up with Seal Plus, it will be crumb cake cardstock. Leslie saying the American spelling is more logical. Maybe. Okay. All right. Okay, so we've got that for the inside. We will then pop some glue on that and we'll adhere that to the inside. I actually know what's going to make this. What's going to make me happy with this card is to add a little bit more bling on the card. So I'm thinking my gorgeous stars. We can pop a few of them around because we've got some white stars happening there, but I think some of these gorgeous stars happening too will be quite pretty. One there and maybe a little one just there. Okay, and my fave, a little bit of Wink of Stella, of course. Okay, so let's squeeze. Now, I've, look at that. That makes it better. So much better. Now, I'll let you in on a little secret with my Wink of Stella. Wink of Stella is on low inventory. I don't know whether it's low inventory here, but I know overseas it is. And I did see that it was on low inventory. Look at that. Doesn't that just give it the glimmer and shine? Yes, Manetta, you missed the live video, but you know what? You can always catch the replay. It will be on replay, so you can always catch the replay. So we've created that card. We have created this gorgeous card and our quick and simple and easy card that we created. So I hope you thoroughly enjoyed that free online class. And as I said, with a $100 order or more, you will get a kit to make one of each of these cards sent out to you absolutely free of charge. If you place an order of $100 or more using my August host code, which is in the show more box down below, and it's also in the description of this video. If you place a $150 order or more, then I will actually throw in a pack of embellishments as well. So I hope you have been enjoying these 12 days of Christmas crafting, and I'm super excited because I should have more products coming as of tomorrow. I'm nearly positive that my order will arrive tomorrow. Now, I will be on a little bit earlier. Hopefully tomorrow I'll be on a bit earlier because I do have to get away later on to an event. So I may start around 4 or maybe even 4:30 tomorrow. But I promise I will be on. I promise I won't. Now look at my crafter here. I mean, I don't think he's helping too much. What do you think? So thank you very much. And as is said there in the comments, please give me the thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please feel free to subscribe to my YouTube channel. I am gobsmacked. I have got 7.4 thousand views on my very first 12 days of Christmas in July. Over on my YouTube channel, that many views, 7,400 views. I cannot believe it. So thank you very much for your support and your ongoing following of my YouTube channel and my Facebook page. And once again, any of these products can be put into a starter kit. So if you're interested in earning a 20% discount, being a discount shopper, I would love to have you as part of my Wild Heart Crafters team. We're a group of awesome girls all over Australia, and it is super, super fun to actually get a discount on your products. So if you're interested in that, please feel free to reach out. You don't have to wait until September for these people. You can pop them in a starter kit right now. So thank you, everyone. And until tomorrow, happy crafting, and I will see you all again